Hey guys, welcome to Earth Empress. Today we're going to do something a little different. It's not the usual reading thing that we would do. I want to talk about, as you guys will see on my board, defensive magic. Okay. Yeah, a lot of us have been plagued with people, entities, spirits, things interfering with our normal functions as light workers, and just normal functions as everyday people, you know. Light workers aren't the only ones who need to use defensive magic. And once I became a light worker, that is when I really realized that I needed to utilize that the most. So I just wanted to give, I believe in that each one teach one because we're all at different levels of our journeys. So like some of you guys may be well versed at this, and this is like just the basic level of defensive magic, which is basically banishing and warding. Um, Anything else, you guys can research it on your own, and also just don't stop here. Please do research it on your own. Because we're all responsible for our own selves, our own spirits and soul and body and mind well-being. Okay. Now, I took a couple of notes, guys. Like I said, I'm still learning myself, you know. All right, so let's start off. First off, we're going to start off with banishing. And banishing, you basically use that to get rid of a particular energy, spirit, or person. Um, when you banish people, that is something that you have to think very carefully, you know. Um, yeah, because it's a very strong form of defensive magic. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna break it down on some of the things that you can use, which is basically like everyday items. Things like salt. We all have salt in our kitchen cabinet. And salt we all know is basically used for protection. You can add herbs and oils and whatnot to your salts to make them more effective for whatever your intention is. But today we're talking about defensive magic. Okay, so and if you guys know more, please drop it in the comments. Feel free to enlighten me because that's what we're all here for. Each one teach one. Okay, guys. So first we'll start off with like the use of elements. Like I said, you can use fire, so you can burn a slip of paper with your target's name on it. Now the paper can be like a simple sheet of paper. Let me see if I have a blank sheet. Yeah, it could be a simple sheet of paper. It don't have to be big, but a clean sheet of paper basically. It can be something simple as this. You write the person's name and you burn it. You state your intentions and you burn it. You can throw a leaf with the target's name on it into running water, a river or a stream. Yeah, you can also burn corresponding herbs and oils and whatnot, and just run it through your space, through your space where you work. If you're a light worker, your home, things of that nature. It's really simple things that you guys really can do to protect yourself. Listen, I had to learn because I didn't know, and my eyes was opened up to a lot. Who knew? I was already trying to learn the different energies and get a feel for this and that and whatnot, and then like then for the energies to suddenly change and people were throwing misinformation and fucking with my crown, excuse my language, and things and whatnot. It became a bit, it was a lot, you know what I mean? It was a lot, but I'm appreciative of all things. Like I said, it taught me. It taught me to learn how to defend myself, to learn how to protect myself, because it's a necessity, regardless. When you're woke, you can't go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Okay. Some of us use candles. You can use a tea light candle. You can use a pillar candle. You can use a glass jar candle. I have a few candles, but they're lit. So yeah, but even with the candle, before I had really gotten to anything, I would just simply put olive oil on a tea light candle or a jar, a jar candle, and I would state my intentions. I would say a prayer to God, ask Him to protect me and whatnot, and yeah, and it worked very fine for me. I didn't have to do no reversals, no none of that. God just worked with me. You know, yeah. So you can also, like I said, anoint your candles with corresponding herbs. That's for protection purposes. Um, yeah, once you anoint the candle with your herbs and whatnot, you just burn it down and it's complete. Another thing that we can use as far as banishing goes is sigils. Now, sigils are symbols that you use with a certain intent. So we're talking about protection or banishing, or we would use one with that intent. You can simply make your own, whatever you feel. If I said I wanted to draw a circle with a dot, and I set my intentions on it, that was what was going to protect me, and just think about it. That's the evil eye, but just for descriptive purposes. If that was simply all it was, and that's what you felt that will protect you, set your intent on it, and it is so. um, but even if you can't draw, or you feel like you're not creative enough to come up with your own sigil, there are plenty out there. You can simply look it up: sigils for banishing, sigils for protection, sigils for love, sigils for confidence. Like, they have all types of sigils, and you would simply put it in your space or on an item, that you will want to banish energies from. We can also use herbs and tinctures. So you can pass your herbal smoke once again through your house, to clear the energy of the space. Through your workspace to clear the energy of space. You can make a spray or a herbal tincture, and you can sprinkle that around your house or spray it around your house. Um, Also, as far as banishing is concerned, follow your intuition. With any method of magic, follow your intuition, because what may work for one practitioner or one person may not work for you. You know, you may have, maybe you may mix these three herbs together and it works perfectly for you, but when this person mixes those same three herbs, it doesn't work as effective. So use your own discernment, basically. Um, Yeah, and I'm just going through my notes. Use any method that calls out to you, and make sure you research your methods thoroughly. Now, Warden is more of a gentler approach to defensive magic. It's used to guard and protect from negative energies of any kind. Excuse me, guys. Let me get a sip of my water. Okay, methods that we have for warding are, you can use guardians. So say like if I wanted to, if this was just, let's just go say my blade for work. Let's just say if it was something and I wanted to use it as a guardian, and I would put it somewhere in my house. I would state my intent on it, for it, and I would place it somewhere where it wouldn't be touched, or seen some most times. Or you can place some objects, big, small scale, medium scale. Place it wherever, facing the door or whatever. But it's for the purpose of people not to touch it. Yeah, and they'll keep you safe in their little spot, but you must put them in a permanent place. Crystals are good. I have a few. I have my hematite that I like for protection, amongst a whole plethora of things that hematite does. Actually, I could run you down the list. All right, charm. Now, hematite. This is for willpower. Let me get my little my phone. Willpower, courage, trust, optimism, organizing, actually for channeling, grounding, protection. So it's really good for a lot of things. I hope you guys can see it. See hematite. And here, this is like a little reddish brownish. I don't know if you guys can see it good because of the lighting, but it's a reddish brownish color. Usually when you ground it down, it's grounded into like a it's like a red powdery substance. Um, and it resembles blood, so therefore hematite. But it's a really good crystal to have, amongst others, you know. Um, Also, your amethyst. Amethyst is really good as well for protection against psychic attack and things or whatnot. Got my little bit piece and all. So I'm learning, guys, and I thank you all, those of you that have thrown obstacles my way, because you made me who I am today. I thank you guys. I'm learning. I'm learning one way or the other. Thank you and thank God. Okay. Also, with crystals, you can place them in your room or around your workstation, for different things. So maybe you want to relax and being calm in your room. You put like blue crystal, blue. Mainly crystals are calming with a calming, soothing effect. Um, what else? Okay, let's get back on to salt. Salt is good as far as warding goes. Black salt is really good for banishing rituals, or you can use that alone. It's really good for protection. You basically sprinkle it around your doors, around your windows, in the corners of your home. You can make protection jars, and also another reader. Oh, I love her to death. She's a really good reader, Mother Gold. She has a Patreon, and she actually does a protection jar with black salt and a few other things in it, which is really good. So if you guys want to go on over there and check that out, I believe you have to purchase a tier on her Patreon. So I don't know. Check her out because she's dope. Very inspirational. Okay. Also, herbs. Like I said, once again, when I was talking about banishing, you burn them and just pass them through your space. For protection, cleansing, banishing. You can, whatever. Also, another technique for warding is visualization, where you use, your intuition and energy to visualize a protective barrier of light around yourself and your space. And you just simply follow your intuition on what you need to do next. Also, always go to your guides, ask them, because sometimes we'll get caught up watching other readers, and the story may resonate a little bit, but it may not be your total story. Once again, it's not like a personal read, you know what I mean? And you may just have other things that you need to do, in respective to your situation. So that was just it. I just wanted to drop a few jewels on banishing and warding, the difference. Like I said, banishing is more of a stronger form of defensive magic, and warding is more of a gentler form of defensive magic. You can use one or the other, or you can use them all together at the same time. But once again, guys, when you banish someone, be very careful, because banishing is a permanent thing. You don't want that person in your life anymore, or thing, or entity, or whatever it is. Okay, guys? I just wanted to do that because I felt like with everything that was going on in the community, it wasn't just me being assaulted as far as my crown and whatnot. It just was a bit more difficult for me because I had a lot of things going on, not just at work, personal too, Then I got this twin flame journey thing going on, and it just was a whole lot, you know what I mean? So I'm one person. I am a spirit having a human experience. So, I just had a bit more, I felt like I had a bit more healing to do before I offered anything else to anyone else, because I didn't want to come to you guys wounded like before. Like, my last video, I probably was a bit hurt, but I was real, I was vulnerable, and I was simply saying to you guys how I felt, And part of it, like I said, was learning to protect myself. You know, when you put in a position where you feel like no one's helping, no one's saying nothing, everybody's talking about they going through the same damn thing, like what's going on, and you talking and telling the story and what's going on, so sometimes you just got to take matters into your own hands, and it is what it is. So with that said, I'm going to close out, and I'll see you guys again soon. I hope that it was helpful, for you guys. I hope that you guys can put some of the methods to use as soon as possible. And once again, it's our responsibility to make sure that we're protected and we're well, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So we can't really blame that on anyone else. Got issue, identify it and handle it. That's all. And we work at different paces. I'm a watcher, so before I even come forth with an idea or anything, I'm going to sit back and watch. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that I'm correct in my vision, in my sight and what it is that I want to convey. So that was it, guys. I hope that it was helpful. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe, and come on back, because we do tarot on this channel as well, and that will be coming up next. Have a good one, guys. Love you. Bye.